I'd say let's go check on Yucatan, see what she's up to. Because they split up at Junes. And Stupe's stuck in the middle of the streets. That looks like she's near the noodle shop. Where they always went and got noodles and stuff in Persona 4 is where that looks like. Yeah. They're in the shopping district. No, actually, it's kind of odd. Here, it's not wet in the sky. Unless it... No, it has happened at this point for her. So... It's actually kind of strange it's green in the sky instead of wet here.
Like I thought, there's something wrong with the entire town. This is just like the dark hour.
Nah, they're just... Inaba's were known for hippies. Yeah, it's a big hippie area. Except in the answer where you choose to sacrifice them.
Anyway, I've got to meet up with Junpei so we can look for Mitsuru-senpai and the others.
Okay, they were more brownish, but still, I could have swore during Stupe that one line, her eye color changed just a little bit more yellow before she went full out shadow.
Oh, I wonder if everyone's okay. I'm worried about Kikuno-san too. If only Fuka was here.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on what part of Japan you're in. Since Inaba is supposed to be a very side town, it probably would be odd there. Tokyo, I wouldn't imagine it being so odd, especially if you're in the, what is the district where all the anime shit is? The, Akihabara.
That's quite a bizarre look you have there, Yukari.
Mitsuru-senpai?
Dressed like a villain for my show. Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil. She has never been interested in fashion. Have you ever seen anything she dressed in? Like, ever?
Oh, thank goodness you're okay. Are Fuka and Akihiko-senpai with you too? Where's Aigis?
Who knows? Most likely disgracing herself in some unsightly way somewhere. She's capable of getting herself killed on her own.
Huh? Mitsuru-senpai?
Don't you think so? You came to this place to do battle to begin with. Isn't that so, Yukari Takeba?
Well, you know, it's at least actually interesting someone brings that up.
Mitsuru-senpai, are you alright? Are you really hearing what I'm saying?
Ah, forgive me. We're both under the same circumstances, so let's get along. We were both released from those foolish restraints of our fathers, after all.
Ooh. Now we can see the real Yucatan.
Don't play games with me! You promised me that we'd fulfill our dad's wishes! That we'd have them watch over us as we work together!
Ooh.
Hold it right there! Please stop fighting over me!
Well, at least we know that's the real Teddy, because he got the cold. But,
Huh? What the?
fighting over him.
Wowza! I was drawn to the smell of beauties, but here's a couple that are dressed kinda weird.
Let's see. Is Twitch messing up? Notice the host thing is not working? Really? My host thing's been working. There might be something in your settings, like, I think you have to turn the hosting on too. There might be something in the settings. I can help look for that maybe on Discord after streaming today if you want. I remember I had to do a few things to get it all working on mine, so it's weird. Well, we can try figure out what the hell on Discord later. Well, to be fair, that's a good point, though.
But this isn't Mitchon. It's a complete fake trying to mimic Mitchon's beautiful bod.
Oh, beautiful body. Like, what is up with everyone wanting the same body that way? The beautiful bod.
Michan? You mean Mitsuru Senpai? Hold on a sec. A fake?
That's right. This Mitchon is made of shadows and boom.
Ow.
Shut up. Now roll over.
Ow, ow, ow. Except, you know, for the yellow glowing eyes, but, you know, the very bad acting.
Are you really a fake Mitsuru Senpai?
Yes, I didn't intend by that fact though. Ah, indeed. Recreated from exactly what?
You took Mitsuru Senpai's form and mocked my dad. I will not forgive this.
Technically, she mocked both your dads. Oh, believe me, Yucatan Wage is a terrible fucking thing to have on you. Oh, I would not want to be it right now.
Right? I won't show you any mercy.
Oh dear. Though, to be fair, she probably shouldn't be as trusting as Teddy right now, you know, is kind of questioning the information. Oh well, let's see how Yucatan does. Mighty Morphin Power Ranger time. This is all for those people who made fun of the Pink Ranger. Ooh, she got the opening there. Oh! She is not letting me get... It ends here. Indeed.
I'm glad you won.
Indeed. Good call out there. That was perfect timing on that. It ended. Oh. Yeah, see? I was right. Yeah, if I remember correctly, there was some other thing you had to turn on that it's, you know, it's the usual kind of shit when you're dealing with settings. Is like, oh, look, this, and this all fucking affecting the same thing.
Yikes! Gross! Oh, but she really was a shadow.
So wait, it's canon that that sound effect's actually a thing?
Are you okay? Are you hurt at all?
Nah, but thanks. I'm just a bit ashamed of myself. I knew that was a trap, but I couldn't keep myself from getting worked up. And that wasn't even the real Mitsuru, but a shadow. It's not even funny.
Don't feel bad. I mean, I have a keen nose, but I have to get up close and personal to sniff out the difference.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little moderate. He's not high tier.
Really? Well, thanks. I survived thanks to you.
One must be kind to the ladies. That's the family motto of the Teddy clan.
The Teddy. Oh, good lord. A clan of Teddies. We're all doomed. It's a fan base, probably. Though on the upside, no, there was no upside. This is gonna get worse.
If you say so, but you're a Persona user from this town, right? I'm Yukari Takiba, a member of the Shadow Operatives. Does that mean anything to you?
Oh, you must be a friend of Michan then, Yuka-chan. So, are those clothes a uniform or something?
Yuka-chan, huh? Actually, there's a good reason why I'm dressed like this.
I can sense at least 2 reasons right around here.
Hey, what do you... Hey! Feather smash!
Oh, how cruel! I was just saying hello.
What? Do I want to know what he was doing?
Ooh, no wonder you're a hero of Justice Featherman victory. Even the cold female boss Michan didn't stand a chance against you.
Oh, this is probably going to be confusing. Oh, actually, she didn't even mention it. That's why. They did see Joe and Teddy.
I know you're here, you imposter. Stop hiding and show yourself. All you did was roll on the ground, but you've got quite a cheeky mouth. But whatever. The real Michan's execution show is gonna start soon, you know?
Execution?
You can't miss this event. The Execution Queen is going to be executed herself. If you don't want that to happen, maybe you should stop dallying around like this and hurry to the tower where I am, Yuka-chan! Hey, hold it right there! Give Michan and the others back!
Bye.
Oh no, we have to hurry and save her. Teddy, didn't you say that you have a keen nose?
Yep. You want me to find Michan with my nose, right? Well, I can't stop sneezing in this red fog, though.
Oh, so that's why you were sneezing when you got here. So, it would be helpful if you could search for her.
Pretty please.
I'll do it. If Michan's in trouble, I can't rest until she's safe.
Thanks. Having you come along is really reassuring.
Wowza bo bowza! I've been recognized for my skills. I, Teddy, swear to be your knight from this moment forth.
How many people is Teddy the knight of? I mean, good lord, this is like, what, the 5th person? Well, like you people, anything to talk. Oh, they got different personalities. Have you looked at your team?
Well then, shall we get going, Sir Knight? You can tell me more about your friends, too. But the next time you try something funny, I'll blast you with a hyper feather shot. Got it?
It's just gonna leave that with no idea what he was doing.
Ah, you're so cruel, Yuka-chan.
Teddy's getting more and more bolder with his actions. It just makes the takedown all the more sweet. So stupid, you're on your own. Good luck. Have fun in hell. Well, Yukatan's wasn't too long. So let's see what Stupe's up to then, eh? Saying he was just outside Junis, and it sounded like he was hearing Lisei's scream, which is probably going to end up in lots of confusion and weird misunderstandings.
Man, there's something about being in an empty department store that just makes me want to run around.
Wait, there's supposed to be a reference to something? Should have thrown in something about zombies made about Dead Rising. Dark-haired girl holding a fan.
Huh? What the?
Uh-oh. Could it be my one true love?
Holy whoa! Reset? The real Reset? Seriously?
And who are you?
I'm the guy who's gonna save you. Don't you fear, now I'm here.
Now the question is, now the setup here so far makes it seem like I think it's gonna fake us out and she's the shadow. I bet that's what happens. I'm calling it. I'm placing my bets with. What's it? It's like here's my GameStop receipt. I need to return. It's worth $50. I have to return this because what I pre-ordered is not worth it now because there's going to be a PS4 version of it, which wasn't existing at the time of it. This is on the table. There we go. It's on the table. I'm calling it. Yeah, that definitely went over.
And you are? After what you've done to the town and how you've been protecting a fake, you must be the culprit.
I knew it.
What now?
Don't play dumb. You did such horrible things to Labrys, and now you've gotten Matsura-san and the others.
I take it she met a clone of him then?
Put this town back to normal, at once!
But I win, ha! I called it! I called it! Called it.
wait, there's a misunderstanding. Something's not right here. We need to talk this over.
Oh no. Oh, this is. Oh, deal.
Please, won't you help me? That scary girl is picking on me. She's so mean.
You.
Huh? Okay, she looks scary, but she doesn't look like a bad person. Actually, she's kind of cute.
If you won't come, then I'll make the first move. Go Konohana Sakuya!
Oh, deal.
Persona!
What you know, what element was stupid? Yucatan was wind. Mitsuru was ice. Akihiko was fighting stuff. Wasn't Stupe file? I think he was, wasn't he? Or was he? I don't remember. I think he had file, didn't he? Didn't he? Am I crazy?
Like I was saying, can you wait a sec? Why are you doing this? Violence isn't the answer, you know.
Don't waste your breath. I will protect my friends and my town.
Whoa!
What a pain. What are you, stupid or something?
Unexpected that I totally called.
How long are you gonna keep up this stupid charade? Cheap sob stories don't bring in the ratings these days. What use are friends, anyway?
What?
That's not true. I try harder because of my friends. They make me stronger. They give me people to live up to and people to protect. And if you deny that strength, then I cannot lose against you.
Yes. Yes, it does.
You make me sick. Hey, aren't you supposed to be on my side? Hurry up and deal with her.
Oh, wow, really? Now that's saying something. I mean, you know, Yucatan almost, you know, like, ended the fucking world. So...
No.
Hey, say something, you baseball freak.
Sorry.
Huh?
I can't do anything on my own. And people have been helping me all the time until now, too. But because I can't do anything by myself, I want to stay strong for someone else. That's why, even if you're the real Rosette, I can't side with you.
Ooh. I gave him props. I gave him props on that. He overcame his fanboysism.
What's with these cheap cliches? Take a look in the mirror before you say stuff like that. Oh well, I guess it's fine. It would have been more fun if the two of you actually went at it. But I'll invite you both to my last concert before the world ends. Now, bring on the ring!
No, actually, wait. Now, if you're never in the P4 storyline, we say learned how to fight at the very beginning. So how in the hell did the villain... Well, I mean, I guess he could have cheated, but no, this kind of doesn't work, because she didn't have a pre-existing fighting in that. Like, if it had a different persona, then maybe it could make sense as a trick.
You're not the culprit?
I'm Junpei Iori, the nuclear warhead of the Shadow Operative Missile. I'm sorry I doubted you.
Shadow operatives? You mean Mitsuru-san?
Yep, that's right. Can you stand back a little? It hardly counts as an apology, but I'll take care of this for you.
Ooh. Manning up. I'm proud of Stupe. I give you points. I give you points, bro. The one-hit slugger. Taking on ways that. Here we go then. Wow.
Final.
Be careful at the start. They might suddenly attack. Oh yeah!
Oh. Nope, too soon. Or too late. Ow. Oh. No, I shouldn't have did that one. Oh no. No, 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 no. I don't know why she really thought he would win this. I'd be like, this looks bad. I better just one foot. Poop. That weird cracking sound sounds slightly disturbing to me. I don't know if that's just me.
Holy crap. Man, that was tough.
Oh, you know, that might be what the cracking sound is. It might not actually be them, but the red pillows, actually. I didn't really think about that. Junpei's Believe It or Not.
Thank you, Junpei-san. I'm Yukiko Imagi.
Yukiko-san, huh? Are you a high schooler from around here? Can I ask you something?
Huh? Are you hitting on me?
She just immediately thinks that. Which is weird, actually, because she was really stupid about that in the original game. Like, I remember there was a specific conversation where they're just like, what about all those guys you toned down? It's like, what guys they toned down? It's like, you didn't even realize people were asking you out? It's like, oh, come on. Just in time for see Stupe make a fool of himself? No, you missed that all the way. Oh, of course, there's your waifu, though. Oh, well, it's time to hit on her. Stupe's going to be using the baseball bat. How you doing, Carter?
What? Come on, really? I just want to know what's going on in this town.
I'm sorry. I get caught up with weird people too often. I mean, you've got a beard and a baseball bat.
You call that a beard? But this is a beard. That I don't even know what to fucking call. A little scrapes of hair.
Come on, you're treating me more like a criminal suspect than a dude who's hitting on you. I'm not a bad guy, okay? But I can see how you get caught up in situations like that. I mean, you are cute. When it happens, use the Junpei-style stranger danger technique.
Stranger danger technique. Oh, dear. Doing fine, thanks. Hope you too. Day's alright. We start off with some Persona. I asked Dan on Discord if he wanted me to start with his game request or do it a little later. And he said I can do it a little later because he was apparently having trouble with his wife trying to find a phone missing of that, so.
Junpei style? Oh, is that like Hanayagi style?
Something like that. I teach kids baseball, and I also teach them basic self-defense from suspicious people. Stranger danger technique number 1. First, you have to yell really loud. Always start by yelling for help.
Huh, okay.
What?
Like that?
Yeah, that was pretty promising. Huh?
Yukiko-senpai, get away from him! Himiko!
And now a misunderstanding. Oh dear. Now things are getting real.
Get away from her, you perv!
Holy crap, that was close. This is a misunderstanding, Reset. A misunderstanding.
Oh, good lord, Stupe. Stupe is really screwed right now. He's really screwed.
Hold on, Risei-chan. He has a beard, but he's not a creep.
He has a beard. Come on, that's not a beard. It's barely a goatee.
Huh?
What, beards like the common signal for poor votes in Japan or something? Damn, I better shave really good before I go then. Now, maybe luck's on my side after all. It's like...
I'm so sorry. I thought Yukiko-senpai was screaming because she was being assaulted. But I'm glad you're okay. I figured that if I came to the food court, there'd be someone else here. I'm glad you're okay too, Risei-chan. And it looks like you can use your persona to fight now? That's amazing!
Okay, good. They mentioned that. That's good. Didn't really ask too much details about, just like, Yeah, I would imagine this is pretty traumatizing for poor Stupe. Has the old Now, I'm assuming you're talking about, Dancing All Night. Now, the reason the original voice actor did not play her character during Dancing All Night is because she could not make time for the voice acting. So they got someone else, just like they did with Kanji. They got someone else temporarily. Though the Kanji person did an okay job trying to mimic it, though. Risei's was a little off, though. But she could not do it at the time of Dancing All Night. She was doing other stuff. So she got recasted for that.
So, this is Junpei Iori. He's supposedly a nuclear landmine for the Shadow Operatives. Oh, so you're one of Mitsuru-san's team. I'm Risei Kujikawa. It's nice to meet you.
You too. Just call me Junpei. And that's supposed to be nuclear warhead, okay?
Like a huge weakness. It happens, sadly. I mean, when you're a voice actor and you do a lot of characters, it's, you know, you can only do so much work at one time.
So, why are you here, Junpei-san? Are you on duty?
Because, you know, a lot of the anime voice actors especially, they get reused in all kinds of anime. So, you know, you got people who played so many characters.
Well, I kind of slept. And then I found out that Mitsuru-senpai and the others are missing. This town's been turned into this...
Huh? Mitsuru-san and the others are missing? Are they okay?
Well, the Midnight Channel came on again, and General Teddy said there'd be another tournament. It seems that's where they're being held.
Huh? What's the Midnight Channel? It sounds kind of like an adult-rated cable show.
Uh-oh.
They've already been captured? We've got to hurry and save them. Hold on, I'll try searching for them.
Oh, he's so lucky nobody commented on that.
Oh, but I think I know where they are. They're probably over where our school is on the hill.
That's not a bad thing, Stoopy. You were lucky nobody commented on that. That could have been real bad for you. Tartarus.
Tartarus?
And of course, it's also ironically in the school. Again. Let's see, that's the flaw on American voice acting businesses too. Concentrating on the same few people. Well, I think one of the bigger problems though in the American voice acting is it's not very professional, really. I mean, like, I'm not saying the actors themselves aren't professional. What I'm saying is, as a business, it's not very professional. In Japan, voice acting's held to very high regards. I mean, like, to the point that, like, just re-releasing their voice work gets them royalties. While in America, it's like, okay, here's $100, do these lines, and you never have anything to do with them again. We own them, we can use them all we want over and over again, and you get nothing for it. And you'll... Now, there's the door, get the fuck out. I mean, that's essentially the big difference there, and I think that kind of... Obviously, like, voice actors have talked about before in America how they're really screwed over a lot of times. Like, especially if you're not one of the big boys. Like, you're one of the more minor people, you get screwed over a lot, sadly. So, yeah, I kind of feel like that contributes to a smaller pool of people doing it. See, yeah, bet they pay pennies too. Probably compared to Japan, yes. I mean, I'm sure they get a decent amount of money, but probably not enough where they could just be like, okay, well, I did, you know, like 3 Persona games, I could probably retire on royalties at this point. That kind of thing, probably not. So, now, in more modern times, some companies like Bandai Namco have apparently been making deals to better have Japanese voice acting available for... Because usually, even when we get the Japanese voice acting, that still demands royalties. Like when Skullgirls. Now, the Limited 1 version of Skullgirls is very special. Because originally the Japanese voice acting was not in the American version of Skullgirls. They did a special thing that if it sold so many copies on Limited 1 games, they would pursue putting in the Japanese voice acting in there. And that extra money was to pay for the royalties to have the acting in the international version. So even in that regard, they have to cover royalties. So Japanese companies have been doing things, making deals, new contract things to try and have the dub available for international releases. So sometimes that's a reason why we don't get a dub, because sometimes there might be somebody who's really like those top tier Japanese actors, those fucking people, they want money.
Junpei-san, is anybody else from the Shadow Operatives here too?
Huh? Oh yeah, I think so. Maybe?
Are you really a member of the Shadow Operatives? You seem fishy.
He's an idiot. You know, like you're idiot.
Maybe Maybe he's a fake after all.
No, I'm real. Look, all of us have a badge, like this.
Huh.
Well, you could explain the situation. I mean... This is pretty much his most unluckiest day ever.
Well, give me a sec. Himiko, search mode! I have 4 readings heading towards Yasogami High and that tower. I think one of them is Labris. I don't know about the other 3.
Huh? Lapras is here too?
Mm-hmm. I can't communicate with her because the interference is so bad. But I'm pretty sure.
So we know Ken's heading now, Yukatan's heading now. Now, Teddy's with Yukatan, Ken's by himself, Kanji and Nota are supposed to be heading to Junes. So...
Those other readings aren't shadows, right?
They feel like Persona users. One of them is strangely small, though.
It's probably Koromaru. He's a dog.
A dog? Dog can use a persona? How?
I don't know. He just can.
He's just like, you asking me?
Junpei-san, you seem
Stupid?
Pretty vague about everything.
They don't know the meaning of hesitation at all. Okay, so she wasn't identifying them as groups then. But the thing is, Teddy's is with Yucatan. So why doesn't she sense...
Oh, there's someone near here. Natsu-kun. And Kanji? Kanji's reading is pretty weak, though. He might be injured.
You can't communicate with them, right? If they're close, then should we go directly there to help them out?
Yeah, but then we're putting a hold on rescuing Mitsuru-san and her team, aren't we?
Right. So you two should hurry to where this Kanji-kun is. I'll keep heading to that tower. Based on what you said before, it sounds like my comrades are going that way after all.
Okay. Oh, but...
Sounds like all the Persona forecasts are being left behind except Teddy, whose perverted powers are too much to not follow.
Oh, right. That would leave you two girls alone. Do you want me to go with you? I mean, if you really want me, I'll do it.
Junpei-san, are you going to be okay on your own?
Are you sure you won't get lost? The town's turned into something like a maze.
Ha! I'll be fine. Maybe I don't look it, but I've got experience with stuff like this.
Oh, okay. We'll go meet up with the others before heading to that tower.
Please be careful, Junpei-san.
And they quickly run like freaking leaves in the wind. Well, they went through a lot of shit, man, so... Not as much as shit as your team went through. I mean, compared to going through a TV world, I'd say fighting a god of death on a gigantic, like, what, 500 floor tower probably overscales their situation, but it doesn't make it any less strange. I wonder over him, the nameless guy that we can't bring up. We can't ever bring him up. Never, ever, ever, ever. So what new paths open up? Ooh. Mitsuru gets a new path. That's it? Just Mitsuru? Okay then. Are they gonna break off while they're heading to the tower? I broke free, gotta save Akihiko and everyone.
They're a real pain, you know?
Uh-oh. I know who that voice is.
Cripes, you never shut up, do you? Just shut up, you little shit. Shut up before I cut you down right now.
I thought you called me because you needed me. You're the one who's getting impatient. Well, I'm going for a walk.
Son of a bitch, I really am gonna kill him sooner or later. Hey, switch with me.
Looks like you're awake.
Yeah, you know, they haven't fully, like, we got to see kinda what happened from their point of view. That song, yeah. That's the nostalgia kicking in. I mean, the car crashed and then they just got kidnapped. Yeah, Persona 3 had some good songs.
What have you done with the others? Let them go at once.
So those are your first words after regaining consciousness. I don't think you understand your situation.
I understand that I've been captured by some boorish people at the very least.
You know, it is kind of ironic for that to even, like, there's a lot of reoccurring things going on here. The school, Tartarus being in school, the team being crucifixed again.
Who are you? Is this all you're doing?
That was a pointless question. Even if it is, what are you going to do about it? Jump down off that cross and kill me?
Shuji Ikutsuki. Is this revenge for him?
Revenge. A pointless word. What do you think of the previous performance? It must have seemed like something from Ikutsuki's own mind.
Performance?
I didn't really notice that. I mean, to be fair, I don't really remember the way Ikutsu talked much, but...
Don't worry. He's dead. Not just dead, but killed. You must understand. You're a Kirijo.
Are you trying to say that we killed him? but he was...
Ikutsuki doesn't matter. You're nothing but bait after all.
What?
I've shown them how you've been captured. How touching. Your comrades are gathering one after another.
What are you after? What do you intend to do to my comrades?
To kill them? Throw them in the abyss?
Even your calm, collected facade cracks when your little friends are involved. Don't worry. You'll all die together eventually. Not just you, but all life itself. I will destroy this world. Everything will die, and this place will be reborn into a new world. His world, where only one life remains.
His world? Preposterous. I don't know how you intend to bring this about, but I won't let you create a world like that.
I don't need your understanding. All I will do is grant a boy his wish.
Boy?
That's right. Doesn't it ring a bell, Kirijo? Your desires created that boy and gave birth to me.
What?
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Minazuki. Sho Minazuki. I am the embodiment of your sins. Just take your time and wait.
And now we're going over the experiment data again.
Wait!
So I guess this is just going to be a story moment. Welcome back, Pad. And here I was thinking she was going to escape or something. Be like, let me at 'em. The Queen of Executions is pissed. Oh, wait, there's still more. Oh, I guess we're playing as Igus now. Hey, that's cheating. They fused 2 Kyoto's chapter together. That's cheating. Oh, and I see Dan has popped in. See, a bit, I'm not perfect, but better. Yeah, I like trying to drink a lot of orange juice. If I feel like I got some sniffles or something, I'll usually chug a little orange juice in the morning and at night. Usually is what I like to do.
There's nobody around. I hope everyone's okay.
Oh, it's Labyrinth. So no, I guess. Still, it fused 2 Kyotos in 1 chapter.
I found you.
Uh-oh.
Yukon? Oh, thank goodness you're here.
Yeah, I was waiting for you. I knew you'd be coming here.
Yeah, that's a clone. I can tell for 2 reasons. So, in case you don't know, you and Adachi are voice acted by the same person, who ironically is the original Black Ranger from Power Rangers, oddly enough. It's also Vash Stampede also. But, so you and Dachi are the same voice actor. Now, it's pretty obvious this is a shadow, because it sounds a little Dachi-ish. Because, I mean, Dachi's voice basically is Yu's voice in an evil tone, condescending way, so.
Huh?
Oh, look, it was so obvious, only a dummy could possibly fall for it.
You ain't Yukun. You're a shadow.
Wow. The only person with any brains in the entire story so far. Like, it's literally like the only person not to fall for it for like 5 seconds.
Not bad, anti-shadow suppression weapon. Then again, I never intended to deceive you by taking this form.
Showing up looking like Yukun. What's your game, buddy?
I came to warn you. Where you are is not where you should be.
What are you saying?
Don't get so worked up. Don't you know it? Deep down, you know that you're nothing but trouble to them. If you'd never shown up, this town would have been peaceful. They don't think of you as a friend. You're just a nuisance that brought them to school.
Well, that's... But they all accepted me for who I am.
No matter what excuse you give, you're still just a weapon. A tool can never befriend a human, and you will never be accepted by them either.
See, that's way too Adachi. Well, she has a very Scottish kind of voice. I like her voice actor. She had a lot of good lines in that in the first game, so I was really disappointed. Like, honestly, like, I really wanted her to appeal in Persona Q, and she wasn't. And then Q2 got announced, so I was like, please have her in Q2 somehow. And again, it's like instead, oh no, we got the Persona 3 portable female protagonist instead. It's like, oh, come on. Come on. It's like, how mean. I like her voice actor. I think she does a good job.
That ain't true. That can't be.
Like, she puts a lot of emotion into her character. Maybe she tries a little too hard, maybe. The whole storyline, man, it was pretty long and dark and sad and, oh my goodness. It's a miracle she didn't turn into a lunatic, mad, evil person. She sounds like Kin. That I don't think so. But the wheel
you, Labras? What'll you do?
Well, the wheel you, please stand up.
I hope Mitsuru-san and the others are okay. Could you please go right to that tower? We'll head over there too as soon as we can.
Oh yeah, you know, actually I just remembered. Aigis was one of the ones that actually was captured. So why was I thinking Aigis? Oh well, it did go for Mitsuru, then maybe I was thinking maybe Aigis, I don't know. Just bleh. I probably should have used more brain cells at that point.
I am a weapon. My body is mechanical and my heart was given to me. No matter what I wish I was, I can never be human.
Now this is a fitting song.
Oh?
But Yukun and Mitsuru-san and Yukari-san and even Tenkun all think of me as someone precious. I'm the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon. I'm Labras, a member of the Shadow Operatives.
I see. Since you were just awakened to your persona, I thought you could be shaken up again. circumstances have changed. I'll have to change you by force. Now bring on the ring!
In case you're not aware, I'm sure Carter and Pad probably know. Dan probably doesn't know. But, Orange Pineapple? I missed that comment. This is a song that plays during a very grand finale, like not the final boss of the Answer storyline, but there was a section of the gameplay where all the party members split into teams of 2, and they all have different opinions. They're in a situation where they all have different opinions on what to do, and they split off, and they all basically have a giant tournament with each other, and whoever wins is the path they're gonna take. So this is the song that plays during those boss fights. It's a test of one's resolve. I feel like it very resonates with the Anti-Shadow's plight of being weapons with souls. Like they're humanity even though they're not humans.
Huh? Sorry, but I ain't about to hold back.
Don't underestimate me. I may be artificial, but I'm a complete copy. Based on everything there is to know about the real person. I'll prove it to you. Persona!
No way. It can't be.
Now, show the true power of an anti-shadow weapon.
Here we go. Time to axe in. And
final.
yeah, kind of sad the theme didn't carry into the battle, though. That feels like it ruined the whole moment.
A good fight. That was sufficient. My objective has been accomplished.
I really was a shadow.
Thank goodness, because you know it would have made a really awkward conversation piece with the rest of the gang being like, yeah, kind of killed you, it's kind of dead, so.
Labras-san! Ken-kun! Koromaru-san!
Now is everyone else gonna make it or just Ken?
I'm so glad you're safe. Is something wrong?
Oh no, 2 Kens now.
Nah, I'm okay.
It don't sound like Ken to me. I mean, I I mean, what's everyone else's thought on that? Like,
If anything comes up, please feel free to talk to me about it. That is, if you're okay with sharing it with me.
I mean, like, the dialect style of the talking, I can see, like... I don't know. That would mean either a guy or a girl is trying to do two different... I don't know, you'd have to look that up. If it is, I can't really tell. I mean, like, there's a dialect type of, kind of way, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I would hope they've noticed. Look at the fucking place. It looks like hell on earth.
I see. That must have been tough.
Yeah, I got to wondering what I would do if the real Yukon thought the same way. And that got me all scared.
It's difficult to truly believe in other people.
Ken-kun?
It would be easy for me to say that he'd never think that way about you. But people are weak. They can't help but believe in things that make life easier for them. That's only deceiving yourself, though. You need to have resolve if you want to learn the truth. Even if that means getting hurt yourself. Resolve. If you're worried about the truth, then I believe you should go to him directly and find out how he feels. Otherwise, you'll never be true friends.
Ken-kun.
Oh, I'm sorry for being so impolite. It's easy to tell others to learn unpleasant truths, but it's more like I'm trying to convince myself.
Don't feel bad. Yep, just check. Willie. Huh. Well, apparently you're really good at telling slight differences then. Huh. Didn't know. Well, Pad is the expert voice actor now. We need a new title, Twitch. We need to upgrade from VIP here. Somebody get on to that.
I see. A relationship between two people cannot be formed until they speak their minds to one another.
Oh.
Doing so requires this resolve.
Well, this is an awkward situation for Theodore to appear in. Also, I have to ask, is it a guy or a girl doing the voice acting?
Who's there?
So why is Theodore standing here? Okay, I find it like... Why is Theodore even being involved in any of this? Wait, oh! Wait. I think I know what they're doing here now. I just thought of it. So, Elizabeth kind of became a, like, assisting character to Aegis. So I wonder if the idea is to have Theodore become kind of a helping, guiding hand to Labyrinth. I wonder if that's what they're gonna try, which is an interesting idea in that sense. He's a VIW? What? What the hell is VIW supposed to stand for? Girl, obviously. Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, girls are at least better at playing two different sexes than most guys, but it's not like completely unheard of.
Who are you?
Ah, how truly rude of me. My name is Theodore. I didn't intend to eavesdrop on you, but as I wandered in search of cola, I found myself here.
The mystical cola. I've been exploring your town, and it doesn't look like a thing I remember. Now, you know... No, Junpei said him. So this is obviously the weeb. VI Weeb. Ha. Ha. It's not unheard of. It's a trap. They'll almost always, yes. Like I said, it is more common to see goals play a guy in a goal versus the other way. You don't usually see too many guys playing a goal character. But they do exist. But it's not as often or common. Especially in Japan. But, yeah, I was about to say, we don't technically, but Junpei did say him. So, this has to be the universe of the male protagonist. Which, I don't know, I guess the town might be slightly different from his point of view. Even if it was normal.
That blue costume. Are you connected to Elizabeth?
And the V. See, I wonder, that would be an interesting idea to make Theodore like somebody to assist her. That would be an interesting idea.
My, so you know of my sister.
Labrasan, is this person an enemy?
Hey, you idiot, you... Well, to be okay, well. The full cast of Persona 3 did technically meet Elizabeth and Eagle at the end of the answer. But, to be fair to Ken, they basically barely talked to them, so... I'll give him a pass on it. I'll give him a pass.
Probably not. Elizabeth helped me realize a ton of stuff, but... well, she came on a little strong sometimes.
Oh? Was she rude to you? She once forced me to eat a large quantity of cinnamon, and I thought my mouth was going to be desiccated forever.
Sometimes I wonder how she doesn't get killed.
Cinnamon?
Please, don't worry about it. It is merely a bittersweet page from our youths.
I see. Oh, right. My name's Labris. This is Ken-kun and Koromaru-san. They're my... well... It's nice to meet you, Theodore. We're Labris-san's comrades. Comrades.
I thought she was trying to say friends, but...
Thank you for the polite introductions. It is a pleasure to meet you.
See, I just think it's such a shame they're not capitalizing on her in Q2, man. Come on. Put her in something else. I don't want her to just die out in the arena games, man.
By the way, on a different subject, has anyone seen my sister Elizabeth anywhere?
No. Well, technically, she was seen during the P4 storyline, but I don't think we've seen her at all yet in 3s.
Elizabeth? Nah. The last time I saw her was in a dream. I haven't seen her around here.
Is that so? There's something I was meaning to ask her if I managed to find her.
Oh, that's true. We did see her in a dream.
I saw traces of cinnamon along the road here, so I thought that she might have come this way.
Are you kidding me? She's leaving a cinnamon trail. Are you kidding me, Heel? Maybe in Q3? Tuffle with female, I mean, looking at that video you linked, it looked like the opening, but I haven't fully looked into it, but I did find a comment that supposedly translated what she was saying, and the dialogue makes it sound more like it's something after Persona 5. Because she's being asked what she thinks about the Phantom Thieves, thus they've already been established. So that might lead to a more likelihood that might actually be something that takes place after then, and maybe not. Who knows? We just have to wait. Like, I'm honestly incredibly tired of everyone just trying to kill each other. It's like, it's an arena game. No, it's a remake of the Persona 5 with a female protagonist. No, it's this and that and everyone killing each other. Just chill out and just wait. Place your bets on something and wait. Like, so Persona 5 2? It could be. I mean, Sega did milk the living crap out of Persona 5 out of Persona 4 after they bought Atlas, so not necessarily impossible. I mean, it is the highest grossing game Atlas has ever done in their entire lifespan. And Sega owns them. So, I'm pretty sure Sega's like, money, 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 money.
Please forgive me. It seems I've detained you for too long. Please, do not be alarmed. I have no intention of getting in your way.
Oh, that's right. We need to hurry. Labra-san, shall we get going?
So we just introduce Theodore randomly for no reason. Joko gets the crowd for visit. Oh dear lord.
Huh? But don't we have to wait for Yukari-san? Do you remember what that General Teddy said when he showed up on the monitor? Oh, if we don't fight and win the P1 climax within an hour, the world will end. Yes, that's why I think it's important we rescue Mitsuru-san and the others as quickly as possible.
That thing and the pachinko carries Sega alone. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they have Hitsumu Miku. Why couldn't I be cursed with something else instead of pronouncing stuff? Yeah, but Sega does do a lot of pachinko machines themselves, but at least they still do video games too, unlike Konami, who did one game and so far re-releases. What's the new games, Konami? Huh? You gonna do anything with all that Hudson Soft stuff? Okay, wait. 2 games. I take that back. 2 games. The Metal Gear Survive and the Bomberman game. Okay, I'll correct that before someone throws that at me.
Yukari-san will be fine. Junpei-san's strong too, after all.
Yeah, he's thick-headed.
All right, let's go. See you, Theodore.
Please, take care. Still, where am I to obtain this cola?
And he's just walking around town trying to look for cola. And nobody even commented on him looking for cola. I'm disappointed, game. You know, I'm kind of sad, though. Like, when Sega first bought Atlas, like, there was a lot of stuff saying... Okay, there was a lot of stuff saying that, like, Sega was like, here, you have access to everything we own. Feel free to throw ideas around. I kind of feel like it's a shame that Atlas hasn't done anything with any Sega properties. I mean, there's a lot of Sega properties that have literally had, like, nothing done to them for ages. And like I said, they also own... No, wait. Brain fault. No, Konami own Hudson Soft. But, they own a lot of stuff they haven't done anything with in a long time, so... I feel like, because, what was it, BioWare made a Sonic RPG on the DS? I think that was BioWare. It's like... So, come on, just think what Atlas could do. Atlas could do some really awesome stuff with maybe some of the beat-em-ups.
Koromaru-san?
You know, this is becoming a really long chapter.
It would seem there's someone inside this classroom.
That was a... Oh. Akihiko. But I was going to say, that is a very loud door. I think is always good enough. They have independence and doing what they do. Sega was the best bio in the end. Yeah, I do think Sega has been, because a lot of people, including myself, I was really concerned about Sega screwing up Atlas, basically. Because after all, just look at every Western buyout. Blizzard is a fucking mess because of Activision. It's just basically, Blizzard's basically dead. Like, they paid off people to leave, people left on their own. They pretty much destroyed Blizzard. It's imploding on itself. It's ending up like everything EA buys out. It's dying, and they're just going to own the IPs, basically. And have a skeleton crew of what remained of Blizzard. If it doesn't end up like EA, where they just take them out and shoot them through the back. But, yeah, I do give props to Sega. They've let Atlas to just, like, that's why I said if Sega was smart, they'd just leave Atlas to do the thing, and as long as they keep making money, why stop them? If they're doing a good job, why stop them? And they certainly showed off the stuff with Persona 5. So who's the fake we gotta fight?
Sonata-san, we'll get you down at once.
I mean, we're gonna get 2 fakes in 1 chapter.
Ken?
Oop, I hold a gun. Oh, okay, that was the binds. Okay, I thought that was somebody, like, cracking a gun. I was gonna be like, there ain't a lot of people that could be.
Thanks for saving me, Ken, Labras, and Koromaru too?
Sorry to barge in on you. I couldn't wait to hear your stories, so I came here.
I'm glad you're so impatient. Sorry about this.
But as for like the best bio, I'm not sure. I mean, it's hard to say what would have happened if other people bought Atlas. To be honest, I was surprised about Sega buying them, though. I do think it made sense for Sega, though. Because, I mean, look at that time period, Sega was really in a big slump. I mean, Sonic itself has been in a huge slump with, like, maybe 2 games out of, like, 12 that did really well, and the others have been very mixed reception, and they haven't been doing a lot with a lot of their other properties, so...
I'm glad you're safe now. Where are the others?
Am I late again? Sorry, guys, my bad.
And I'm gonna assume that's the clone. Because I can't imagine him beating Yukaton.
Oh, hey, Ken and Koromaru. And, are you Labras?
Maybe it is Junpei.
Junpei-san, it's been a long time. I'm glad you made it here. Did you run into Yukari-san along the way?
Glad? You're glad about stealing the limelight from me?
Okay, maybe it is. Yep.
You're on to me already, huh? Oh well, I was gonna try to hide it anyway.
I've never faced Junpei-san before. Hey, Ken-kun, are you okay with fighting somebody who looks just like one of your buddies? I mean, aren't you afraid? Like, what if that's the real one?
Well, I'm pretty sure at this point it's pretty obvious he's not, but I guess, you know... all the others, like Sony, would have... Well, at this point, I'm not sure about back then, but at this point, yeah, considering what Sony's doing now, that would have probably affected Atlas a lot. Nintendo, yes, I could see Nintendo fucking with any Western company. While it'd be a great opportunity, I could see most Western companies fucking over. Honestly, I don't know who would have been the best buyer. I mean, probably, if you were to ask me back then, I would have probably said Sony. Sony, because back then you gotta also remember, Square Enix wasn't doing so hot themselves either. Final Fantasy's brand was getting bashed a lot with entries, and they weren't having too many wondrous things out at the time, so I was very hesitant to think about Square Enix. I mean, it would, again, be a really good thing for them, bringing a really big popular franchise series to their ownership, but I don't know if Square Enix would have did them good. Yeah, Capcom was doing pretty bad. Konami, until Metal Gear Solid 5, Konami hadn't really had any bad controversy going, but Capcom was having a lot of controversy. They had the DLC ending of that Azura's Wrath thing going on, the on-disc DLC controversy with the Street Fighter and Tekken thing that happened. Yeah, there were a few different controversies with Capcom during that gen.
That's a silly question, Labras-san. Even if it did turn out to be the real Junpei-san, if I'm truly being challenged, then I can never back down.
Truly challenged?
Yes. When it comes down to it, I will stand up and fight for anything I truly believe in, even if I must do so against my own companions.
Looks like you're finally learning to talk like that, Ken.
Akihiko-san!
Labras, let me tell you something. Even if the enemy you face is someone you once counted as a friend, in a battle for your beliefs, the bonds formed between true comrades will never break.
Are you trying to bore me to submission? Let's get this over with already. Bring on the ring!
On with the wing. But no matter who bought them, it would have been a very good opportunity for anyone. It's just whether they would have messed with them. I was really concerned Sega was going to like. I don't think ultimately in the end that there would have been anyone who would have not messed with them to some capacity. So like I said, I give props to Sega for just mainly leaving them to the same thing. I mean, I'm sure, you know, behind the scenes there were sullen things happening, but there hasn't been anything that looked like they've been telling them in a very forceful way, I guess we should say. I mean, maybe they've been like, because they did do a lot of spin-offs with P4. A lot of them. So it'll be interesting to see if they do the same thing with Persona 5 with its new popularity. But I mean, I'm sure there's sullen things, but just not, you know, to the demanding levels that, you know, people feel.
Selfish rules as always. Normally I'd take him on. But let me take a quick break from the fighting for now.
Yes, please rest, Sonata-san. We can handle this. I can do it too.
I want to try Ken-kun some more. We only got to fight with him once, and I want to see a little bit more how his setup works, because he's definitely way different from everyone else. Man, Junpei's shadow looks very creepy in that picture, though. Okay, so.
Final.
Show me what you've been doing all this time.
Put him on!
Do it!
No good! No good! How? Go, Koromaru!
that's interesting. So,
Don't let this wind get to your head.
one of the things I was curious about was using Kimamo's persona, because every time Ken kept using his, but his full combo, the dog used his. So yeah, it really mixed their personas. Instead of having a summon button for their personas, it mixed their personas into their combos. So that's really different from everyone else's. Let's see. I feel bad for the dudes trying to surpass Persona 5. No way Persona 6 will live to everyone's expectations. They will eventually make it. Yes, I'm sure they will eventually make a Persona 6. Whether 2 against 1, shame on you. As for whether it'll ever meet anyone's expectations, that's... I don't know. I mean, you could say people were thinking that between 4 to 5. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying it's impossible. I mean, be honest, me going into Persona 5, I wouldn't say I was expecting it to be bad, but aside from comparing the final boss to the final boss in 3, I feel like it was really good, way better than what I was expecting. Like, I was maybe expecting it to be at worst on par with 4, and at best maybe just a little better. But it really, like, as a whole, it really did a very good job. The final boss is really the only thing I thought was slightly disappointing in its boss lineup in that. It still was a pretty good boss. It was way better than Persona 4's final boss. Not counting the golden new dungeon. I don't know about that boss yet. That's something we'll have to find out in the future. But compared to the vanilla main story's final boss of 4, I think 5's was way better. It had a lot more interesting mechanics going for it. But it definitely could not live up to the final boss of 3, though. That is for sure. Hell, the Answer's final boss couldn't live up to the Persona 3's final boss.
Are you alright, Sonata-san?
I wish I could say I was, but I'm pretty exhausted. I won't be able to call on my persona for a while. I guess that cross drains the spiritual energy from whoever's stuck on it.
You know, one of the things I think's kind of pointless going on here, though, is, you know, they could have just really cut, like, the whole, like, we could have just started as Tartarus or something. Like, I feel like we're just going through a lot of filler here.
Weird. The same thing happened to the fake Yukun, too.
Because, I mean, this would make more sense if we could choose between the two teams. But you're forced to play the P4, and then you go to P3, and it kind of weird. There's so many little things we're getting here, but overall, we're just going over a lot of old stuff that we already know the answer to.
It's flowing up. Does that mean it's being collected somehow? What in the world is that?
There's something else that I noticed. Everyone in Inaba, aside from us Persona users, has vanished.
It would be really tricky to do P3, though. Because for one thing, P3, like, P4 was able to get away with it because it was a late PS2 game, so it didn't have the more lower quality that P3 did. But there's so many, like, you got, you know, the vanilla game, the answer, and then you got the Persona 3 portable content that's different from the main game because they don't have all the big cutscene stuff with the models. They just do the visual novel thing with the characters and that. So if they were to make like a big, complete, all-in-one condition, like, they would have to they'd have to make assets for the female storyline, and it'd just be a lot of work. Like, it's tricky. And then, of course, if they leave any of those things out, especially the answer, if they leave the answer out, like, hell, people criticize the living crap out of them for leaving the answer out of the portable version. It's like, I mean, it's a crucial part of the storyline. It's like, y'all left it out. What the fuck were you thinking? Devil Survival 3? That'd be interesting.
Doesn't that remind you of the Dark Hour and Tartarus?
That's ominous. If I remember right from last time we were here, the enemy was trying to turn personas into shadows and collect their power. And we know all too well what happens when shadows gather in Tartarus.
Sonata-san, immediately after we reached Inaba, we were attacked by someone who looked very similar to Ikutsuki.
Ikutsuki? That's impossible. We saw him.
Dead.
Yes, though I don't know if it was really him. But one of the persona users from Inaba, Naoto-san, knew about Ikutsuki.
The detective, huh? So they're running around out there too.
Indeed. I wanted to find an explanation to this situation as soon as possible, so we shared what we knew with each other.
This is their town. No matter how much we might try to stop them, they have the right to protect this place. Mitsuru knows that at least, though it seems like she was trying to bear the entire burden herself again. And they're all incredibly skilled, too. If we can meet up with them, we'll be able to solve this case that much quicker. You made the right call, Ken.
See, if they just used the P4 engine and upscaled it, it's all fine. People won't. Oh, dear Lord, Pad. I wouldn't care as much, but I'm pretty sure there would be a lot of people who would complain. There's always going to be someone who will complain about anything and everything. So the question is how many, though. I think the hardcore fan base probably won't mind. The retro hardcore fan base. Newer people who are so attached to graphics, though, I think those are the people that are going to be the ones like, oh, look at this game, it looks ugly.
Thank you.
They can't understand it's an older game.
Ikutsuki, huh? If he's really behind this, then we're at even more of a disadvantage.
See, they really, I don't know, they really want to, that's probably the more interesting thing in their storyline, because nothing like that was happening in the P4 storyline.
Sorry, Ken, but let me make sure I've got it all straight.
I mean, I can't really imagine him really being alive, unless it's some kind of supernatural shadow thing.
So we fell right into the enemy's trap and got ourselves captured. How careless of us.
There's no time to waste as we recapped everything. Oh, how convenient. Akihiko has joined. Da 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 da.
By the way, Sonata-san, how have Mitsuru-san and the others been? I haven't seen them in a while.
I hadn't seen her in a long time till I got back either. Don't worry, she hasn't changed at all. If anything, she seemed even more dreadful.
I see. I don't know if I should feel relieved or worried.
What, does Mitsuru-san scare you too? She's always really nice to me.
You just don't know how frightening she can be. Try getting hit with that kick of hers. You won't eat normally for a week.
She's very intense. And that's coming from me. Now that I think about it, I can't believe she was just a high school student when we met.
Huh. If that's the case, then I'll try asking her to start being nicer to you two.
You can't!
You don't have to get so flustered, you know?
Wow, they really panicked over that. To be continued. Now that ended up being a long chapter. See, how many things did that go? The Taurus chat. Oh, and then Yucatan's continuing. So yeah, so Ken-kun. So yeah, they merged into there. So I guess Junpei's probably, yeah. So Junpei's probably gonna meet up with Yucatan, and then they're probably gonna meet there. Man, we shot up to 41%. That was a big chunk. Oh boy.